Hi, everybody. This is Lori. And for our discussion this week on daily classroom routines, I have chosen to talk about a warm up. And I am talking about standards for mathematical practice. Number one, making sense of problems and persevere in solving them. And number six, attending to precision, as well as content standards for fourth grade. Use the four operations with whole numbers to solve problems and gain familiarity with factors and multiples. So those are the four standards that we're going to be practicing in our daily warm-up. And I know in our textbook, Teaching Outside the Box on page 104, we're cautioned against using some types of warm-ups in class because they can be anxiety producing for students. They can cause some stress with students. But I think I found a fun one that will encourage some participation. And in our other discussion this week, in the fourth grade video that was one of the options that we could watch, Kristen Gray modeled a classroom procedure for a number talk. And even though I'm not doing a number talk, I would use kind of the same classroom forum for this warm-up. The beautiful way that she modeled it is something I would love to adopt in my classroom. So what we would do is I would present the problem. For today's warm-up, I would present, can you make this 45 using the four operations and any combination of these numbers to form an equation? So can you make 45 using these numbers? The students, it would be our classroom procedure that when I present a problem like this to the students, they are hiding their thumb because they are thinking, they're using mental math skills. They're giving each other and themselves quiet time to think. And when they have an answer that they're ready to share, when they have an equation that they're ready to share in this case, they give me a very quiet thumbs up, staying quiet for people who are still thinking, who are still using mental math skills. When I see several thumbs up, then I will know that I can ask the students to start giving me some answers. They will give me things possibly like 9 times 4 equals 45. Good job. 54 minus 9 equals 45. Awesome. You got that. That's very good. The thing I love about this is differentiation is built right into this warm-up. I may have learners who this is the only thing they see is the 9 times 5 equals 45, but they saw that. That's amazing. I may have learners that just see that, oh, I can combine the 5 and the 4 for 54, take away 9, and that equals my 45. That's the one thing they got for the day, and that's a beautiful thing. For my students who are ready to think a little deeper, to kind of think outside the box a little bit, they may come up with something like this. 67 minus 8 minus 9 minus 5 equals 45. So I have no learners who are bored with this. And I have no learners or hopefully very few learners, who are looking at this and not coming up with anything. The wonderful thing about that is, even if they didn't come up with anything, they're hearing the rest of the class as they're seeing these numbers. They're hearing other students come up with these types of things. So they're getting that kind of auditory practice with basic math facts, even if they didn't come up with anything. So it just stretches across a wide range of student abilities. So I think that will be a wonderful thing because there are just several ways that they're going to get this. Something else that I might do is just begin, even though I know this is not a number talk, this is a warm-up, but I would love to start building the discussion skills and the math talk skills to extend this into a number talk at some point. I would use this probably pretty early in fourth grade just to see where the students are. I'm looking for information like, Are they trying just to use addition and subtraction? Are they stretching it into multiplication? I can kind of manipulate these bottom numbers and put some larger numbers down there to kind of encourage some mental math skills using division. If I put, 90 and 2 up here, then they're going to use that to get 45 or whatever. However it is, I can put whatever numbers up here that I want, to foster whatever operational thinking that we've got going on. But I would love to then extend this into a number talk kind of a forum to begin our math classes. One way that I might be able to do that is have a student who came up with this come up to the board and start discussing his strategy. Give me 67 minus 8. Okay, what's the answer to that? Oh, good job. Okay, give me that minus 9. What's the answer to that? Walk through it for students who need to hear that because this doesn't make sense to them at all. But it gives the student who came up with this a chance to discuss his strategy and to model that strategy for other students. So I think it's a beautiful thing. Again, it's just a very simple warm-up. I was tempted for this assignment, I was tempted to make it bigger and to add more and to tie it into some technology and tie it into video or tie it into all kinds of different things, but I just wanted to keep it simple for fourth graders to take what they learned in third grade with just the 4 basic operations and practice them. Just keep those basic math skills in front of them for fourth grade so that they can practice them, learn them, refine them so that they can get into some of the higher concepts in fourth and fifth grade. But so that was my purpose with this. That would be my goal in using this in my classroom, is just to show them every day, to have them practice just basic skills, and to show them every day in the classroom that there are so many ways. I've only put 3 here, but hopefully in the classroom, the entire board would be full of different strategies and different combinations and different possibilities to show the student, there are so many different ways to come at a problem. There are so many different answers that work perfectly. There are so many different equations we can use to get this number, and they're all acceptable and they're all, perfect. And the possibilities are endless. So this is my basic warm-up. Thank you so much for watching. Have a really great night.